Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities. Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos Atmospheric Complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
You were adjusting before you pulled. You anticipated it. You...
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
Hey, Cap. Parvati showed me how to properly grease the magazine release on one of my firearms. She's a smart one, you know. Opal was quiet in the same way. She'd hang back, out of sight, then all of a sudden pop in with a bit of wisdom out of nowhere. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything. I will.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well... she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. No, ma'am. That's not it. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? maybe for you. I start thinking about all the things she could say and my guts start crawling up my throat. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
It's the strangest thing, Captain.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know? Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey. I figured the board got him in the end. Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something. That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production. Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I know we've got bigger problems to worry about right now. Maybe we could swing by sometime?
We're now docked at AndromedaMoons' luxury landing pad. Good luck, Captain.
have to catch Helen's killer right this second. Maybe we ought to take in the sights.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime. I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
Hey, Black Hole Birdie may be a savage brute on the field of honor, but he's no killer.
He did it. It's always the boyfriend.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose. Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how... Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up... She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually bet. But the murder... Any... You're certain?
I could have sworn you said... I understand the lockdown. Really, I do. You've got your job to do, and you'll get fired if you don't do it.
Thanks for the understanding.
I wasn't finished. Couldn't I just go out on a ship for a brief period? A handful of minutes, maybe? Just a quick trip to Byzantium so I can check on my stocks? I promise it won't take more than an hour.
For both our sakes, I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't say anything.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead. I hope you catch the killer soon, Inspector. I don't want to see the Grand Colonial shut down. to take a breather, ain't it?
I feel like I'm spending a fortune just standing here.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Mr. Kincannon really
Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
I believe someone so famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a terrible shame.
I've always wondered what that mascot's got in his hands. What's in the box?
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of
Oh, come on. I did not read a... Murder or no murder, it is my right to loiter on a bar stool. How else should I...
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards.
The murder has inflicted severe emotional...
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon. Yes. I don't yet, but I will, Inspector, ma'am. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. I'm sure it'll be ready for you by the time you've examined the crime scene. I believe Constable Keene should be waiting for you in the grand ballroom.
Easy now.
black hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. The poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you. I'm pleased to hear that. Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential. I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification. Go on then.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
You're, really digging around Helen's body for clues, huh?
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee. Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for consumption. Spectrum Brown was scheduled to be unveiled at the Eridanos Atmosphere Complex. Now calculating likelihood of Halcyon Helen using her final moments to endorse Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Low to moderate likelihood.
I was wondering about that. Before we arrived, I heard something on the aether waves about Black Hole Birdie taken up at the Grand Colonial.
Correct. Bertie Black Hole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel. Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment. Splendid work, Inspector. This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the Grand Ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio. This deduction appears...
Good work, Inspector. You'll need to check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Staring at her won't bring her back, folks.
The Grand Colonial front desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector? Ah yes, we are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our highly skilled... My apologies, All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know? You know, out of everyone here, I'm not much of an aether wave And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry? That one. Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd... If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned... If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demand. That's a shame. A dashing gunslinger.
With Halcyon. Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fine. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust. You ever need anything, come find. Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a... I'd lament not having anything. Sorry, friend, but I guess you don't get it. Helen was special. Had a certain quality about her. You look at Woolrich, and no disrespect to the man, but you, don't tell him I... Now, what... Please do. Of course I did. I just told you I... No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Sorry, Inspector, they don't pay me. Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to? Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed. Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. I do not. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me. Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both. I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
There is such a thing as too clean. We ought to break open a few bottles and have some fun. Make a mess.
There's,
Live a little.
there's no room service, right? Just asking.
what's inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the sweet to your liking? Good. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing. Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor. What authorized floor can I bring you to? To the lobby we go.
Mr. Kincannon really knows how to...
Bertie Holcomb is likely beside himself.
Know this place. Didn't they try to film an episode of Masked Marketeer up here?
It really is.
I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never going to get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
Stop one's heart. Really? Considering the circumstances, that's the euphemism you decide to use? Move along. Move along.
Oh, look here. I could use a new pair of glasses.
Can't imagine where you misplaced your old pair. This pocket watch has someone's initials inscribed on it. If you lose anything else, it's good to know we can purchase a replacement here.
Hey, you. Come take a look. Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it. Junk? My friend, this is not junk. These are people's prized possessions. Priceless personal effects, beloved souvenirs and knickknacks. Huh? Oh, well, some of the guests left this stuff behind. Take a look for yourself. Me? Oh, sure. Terrific. Never better. And as soon as I... So, who'd think... And that... Which is why I'm hoping...
have free samples. Maybe new colors they have.
Welcome to Rizzo's Distillation Station, where we process scented rocket fuel, bubbly beverages, and spirits that'll make you smile, all in the same system of pipes. The top level of the distillery is available to all guests for the purpose of sightseeing and novelty product purchasing. However, it saddens me to inform you that due to classified reasons, we are currently under a state of emergency. As such, we are offering a total of Yes, that is not what... Nice try, visitor, but I am not authorized to either Yes, but not at this time. Access... Wow, so you are! Gosh, could I get an autograph? I'll put it on my desk right next to the one I got from Black Old Birdie. He's so smart and strong, or... well, at least he's very... Please Oh my! But correction for the purposes of honesty, I've endeavored to follow every contractual clause and... Technically, you are correct. I am ultimately a Thinking on such a time makes me unhappy. Wonderful!
You know, they say joy and happiness. It's really more like a dull complacency. Things are fucked. But you have enough spectrum and stop caring for a little bit.
They meant.
Now that you've seen behind the scenes, I bet you're pretty thirsty. Well, not to worry. We have every flavor of Spectrum available to delight your palate. Please note that tour guests are limited to a all beverages must be consumed on the premises. Rizzo's is not responsible for gastronomic distress, mild hallucinations, or damage to your sense of taste.
Maximum of 3 samples, huh? Joke's on you, Rizzos. I can't count when I'm drunk.
Greetings. To error. Current guest does not meet the standards of this unit's authorization protocol. This taste testing experience is limited to authorized guests. All of this unit has been This unit finds your demeanor, appearance. Affirmative. Fruity. As this unit has also been
Thank you greatly for stopping by. On behalf of Rizzo's, I hope you enjoy viewing a small part of our facility.
Company gives us a discount on Spectrum Brown.
I hope the... We're in the middle of a lockdown. No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchard, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Fergus. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting, right? Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, but... An idiot. Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all... If you're serious, I'd... The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and... Friendly type. He was last stationed at the wood...
Alright, hushing up. Something there. No! Get up! Come on! Right. Hushing up.
Incoming!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
You, doing all right?
I sure am! Good lamps you got on you to take notice. Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck. Don't you dare! Or I'll cut something off you! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just felt this urge to protect my little passenger, even if it means hurting you. Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger. I don't know. It just appeared one day. I guess I just picked it up while working in the orchards. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad. So I don't worry about it. Now I'd love to get you... I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being... Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which... If you want to know more about each part of the orchard... Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Every part of the orchards is... We have 3 tour options. Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus comes with the novelty Purpleberry and Amber. And the Golden Ticket is audio-guided in addition to being self-guided. Which kind would you like? You're in luck. We have 1 left. Normally they're 100 bits, but seeing how I'm sold out of everything else, I can give it to you for just 90. How does that sound? That's great. Thank Thank you so much. No, I'm sorry. And the stories... Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, my! Birdie, a murder? No, and the...
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operation.
Sorry, can't talk. We're busy having a very tedious
And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who was this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this lass. I think it's mightily more likely that she's under your payroll. You'd have burned down what you haven't already.
I see. Just a visitor, then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception. Name's O. Looks like I'm stuck. Yeah, but between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just... And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our...
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager.
Look, at the... Oh, you know, nothing particularly troublesome. Just rogue exterminator mechanicals. We've also got a large... And who could forget the tower
There are...
It's... Even as you... Thank... You hear that?
While I'm...
After Emerald Vale, Amber Heights, and Bayside...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10...
You can tell a lot about an... Oh, shit.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Jackass isn't coming! Not at me! Not gonna let you go! Covering you! You want some of this? Never felt so
Trying to infect me with your sorrow?
What's wrong, friendo? Cat got your tongue?
I don't know what these people are made out of, but damn.
Timeline discrepancy. Nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints
Me?
belonging to
I'm
the deceased
pleased
actress
this
known as
time.
Halcyon Helen.
Incoming!
Trying to infect me with your sorrow?
Ryoka's in trouble! Ha! Heads up, jackass! I'm the...
Trying to infect me. Laugh! I said laugh louder! Who's laughing now? Happy workers make for happy customers! Let me share my joy! Never felt so damn good in my life. I will show you happiness! I just want to be your friend!
Something! I can't hear you laughing!
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you? An inspector. Well, I don't think you'll find any evidence here. You're welcome to ask what you want, seeing how I figure you would anyway. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff it gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel. Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again, which is a shame. I sit in some... Example? That... You mean you don't know? They come through the orchards only during pollination cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that... Mosquitoes only pose a danger to enemies of Rizzo's and the occasional clumsy worker. Those risks are well worth it when you consider their... Besides, even the...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Did I hear something?
Not gonna let
I'll show you
Never felt so damn good in my life!
Here they come!
So damn good in my life.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy.
Jackass is incoming!
Get off here.
That's
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Smile, damn you!
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Like wrapped among the rocks.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister can... These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building. Chemical makeup of substance, 50% water.
Jackasses incoming! Now the Oak is in trouble! Tossball kick!
Destination reef. Scylla. To return. 1.
Hey, you. Looking... Where do you think you're going? Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on. Got my sights on you.
Nothing to do but stand around and watch the stars go by.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He kicks things what need kicking, and we look the other way when he starts talking anti-corporate. It's a good arrangement.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him. Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely. Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker, last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all... Remember, I want proof. Here. Let's hear.
A revolution in every entropy. The skies around Scylla are, besides, are for.
They'll never see us.
Been ages since we had a good haul. No freighters, no jobs, no contracts in weeks. Just standing around kicking rocks.
That machine stole my bin. Why do we even have one of these?
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your You mind? Trying to have a moment here. Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. That's Harlow's mark. No mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
Oh, right, yeah. We're non-violent sorts. Real diplomatic.
All right, you made your point. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please, just make it quick. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order. No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I. Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus. Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
We still going after Trask, boss? I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him. You think he's using me? He wouldn't. Would he? That he's probably using me. Yeah, you're right. I guess he thinks I'm still just some wide-eyed tenderfoot looking for a scrap. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
A new face. What's your pleasure, stranger? Only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding edge technology of a spoon can manage to get ships into space? Nothing you need and everything you want.
I picked up some weird chatter on my way in. Seemed to come from Monarch?
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
I got this! Lost.
Solid kill. Perfect.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Former wife. And if you so much as hurt a hair on Rosanna's head, I will put you in the ground. Yeah, okay. I'm having a conversation with a hired killer, but I'm supposed to relax. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying. Harlow wants my ring? Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. A ring's a lot easier to lose than a hand. How do I know that I can trust you? You've got good instincts, then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was with Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse. Take it you've made up your mind. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. I'm not sure what to think right now. You told me to be suspicious, but I never imagined Clyde would stoop to informing for the establishment. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame. I can't imagine Clyde working for the board. But we owe it to ourselves to find out. Trask said he stashed the evidence in a vent back at the base. We should go take a look.
Staying out of sight.
I can do this all day!
I'd wager this is the outpost.
Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Huh? Gonna find you! Take one down! Let him have it! You scared? That's the last of him!
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted.
Rebecca!
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, hell. I'm sorry, Nyoka.
They were...
That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh?
Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. I'd to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. The hunters wait patiently. No prey arrives, the hunters leave hungry. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.